Okay, so we're back out here in the garage, and we got this here crappy ass freaking 2000 Ford Exploder. I really don't care for the Exploders, but they do make me money. So this one has got a range of issues that just need to be taken care of. The vehicle does not have very many miles on it, but it does have some issues. The body is not in the best of shape, but low miles once again. Engine runs really well. The reason why this vehicle is in today is because the heater core is clogged in it, and I'm replacing it. And the coolant is just screwed up, so we're flushing that all out. Just a wide range of things that are going on with this vehicle. But I'm going to kind of walk through the process that I took to get the heater core out. And, you know, it's in the title too, so whatever. This is a nightmare. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Just a absolute pain in the ass nightmare. But there's some steps that I probably didn't have to do. Yeah. And I kind of feel dumb for doing them, but I kind of went off of what some things said on online and stuff like that. So I'm gonna kind of go over the dash first. Well, we'll go over the center console and then the dash, and then the nightmares under the hood. That's taking and getting the dash out. I think anybody could do it, but under the hood is a whole different story. And when somebody tells you my air conditioning don't work, don't take them for granted. Because that thing was charged, and it blew up in my face. It was great. Lovely. Oh, it's not charged. So, let's get on to this. So here is the center console. I found online they wanted me to take out these side screws. And well, then I started, I'm like, well, it's not loose. So then I started taking the back piece apart and everything. I'm like, well, what the hell? And then the inside, I took it apart. I didn't have to do that. So, or maybe I did. Hold on, let me look. Here's the airbag for the passenger side. And I took some screws out. Well, I didn't have to do that. Well, then I took out a screw up here. I didn't have to do that either. The screws that I had to take out, they were right here and here on this center console, and up here and here. And then I took a pry bar up under it and wiggled and pulled, lifted and pulled at the same time while I was wiggling the pry bar right here. And then there's also this, there's a wiring connection right here that unbolts. And so with this, it's the two bolts right here, right there, and then the wiring. And then the center console comes out. So I'm going to spend some time outside the vehicle putting the center console back together. Now, there's the dashboard. Put a little light on the subject, I don't know. Let's see here. I don't think I had to take out the airbag. And I don't think I had to take out the radio area and then the bezel right there. I'm going to guess I didn't. But the way it looks now, I would say maybe it's a good idea I did, because the steering wheel, and another thing I had to do that it didn't really say online, is I unbolted the linkage to the steering wheel. Let's see if I can get my big butt around here. Ugh, it's kind of tight here in the garage. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the steering linkage right there. Well, I unbolted that 10mm fastener, and then hopefully you can see it right there. There's the steering column. Nothing is unwired from the steering column, so yeah. There it is. It's unbolted from the dash, so that way the dash can be basically roughhoused. But now kind of looking at it and thinking about it, since I unbolted it there, most likely I could have left all this crap bolted in and just unbolted it from the dash and then lifted it out like this. But then that would be probably a pain in the ass to rebolt the steering column back in, so probably what I've done is probably a little bit easier. I don't know. We're just going to go. This is, you know, people, I'm not doing really step-by-step processes anymore. This is more of a vlog on how I did a job, and maybe it might help you out. You know, you can kind of see it taken apart. So let's get back onto this. Now on the dash, there's 2 fasteners there, up on the top, which, you know, you take out your center bezel thing right here, and they look like this right here. This fastener, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side of the vehicle. There's 2 on that side of the vehicle, and we'll get it. I'll show you those over there. But there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. Hopefully you've seen all that. There's, you know, 2 right here at the door, 2 up here by the windshield. And then let's get on the other side. Then on the other side of the vehicle here, which we're going to continue to look over at the driver's side, there is a bracket there which is held on by an 8mm. I had to take the hood unlatchy popper thingy to 7 or 8mm, 7 I think. You know, so I could, you know, because I had to take off the kick panel down here for under the steering column to be able to drop the steering column. I took the airbag out, like I said. I think that could have been left in, but the airbag is heavy, so kind of taking it out kind of lightened up the dash a little bit. So yeah, here's 2 more of those fasteners. Hopefully I am putting the old GoPro where it needs to go. But here's 2 more fasteners. There, it's right there, and 1 up there on the thing. Wiring, ground, inertia switch, probably a body control computer, and some other wirely clip that might be for audio. I'm not real sure. But yeah, so then, bam, your dash is back. Well, here comes the nightmare. It is you have to take the condenser box off of this vehicle. And there it is. There is that condenser box. And, you know, first you got to take off, I cannot remember what this tube is called, but you got to do that. Take the condenser box out. I've left the condenser box here because it has the vacuum lines which run inside the vehicle. Now, when you're in here, hopefully you'll be able to see, like I said, now you have these 3 fasteners. Once you get the tube right here off, you're going to go after this fastener up here, which it would look like one of these bolts right there. You'll go for this fastener up here, and then this pain in the butt down here. I've taken out the wheel well to give my arm access to get up to it. If I had the heater box, which is down there, in here, this bolt sticks so close to this freaking head, it's ridiculous. I'm thinking before I put it back in, I'm going to trim off about 1/4 inch of that bolt so I can get my fasteners back in there. And plus, it's even more of a pain in the butt to get this off. So, fair warning, because look, I freaking broke the darn thing. That's on the back side. But I will, here in a little bit, I will do some work to reattach it back here on this heater box. Or this ain't the heater box. That's the heater box. And that's the condenser box. But once you do that, you get those 3 out, plus this one up here, this fastener up here, that condenser box comes out, and bloop. But and don't forget, you gotta take your heater core lines off too, so they're kind of dangling right there. So once you get that out, let's see here, you have a fastener on the inside, and then you have these 3 more fasteners again. And then, oh yeah, let's not forget, there is one on the center of the freaking firewall right behind the engine. It's not that hard to get to. It was actually pretty easy, and it was pretty loose. I'm thinking that was probably maybe done by the factory. I don't think this dashboard's ever been out before yet. I'm probably the first one to pull it. Yay me. But it's, I don't know if you, let's see if I can't put light on the subject. Hopefully you can use, let's see here. There it is. Hopefully you can see where I've got my light. It's right there, back center. It's another 11 millimeter fastener. These are all 11 millimeter fasteners, by the way. So, yep. And then you can pull out your heater box. There it is, looking all pretty. Like I said, here's the 3 fasteners right here, and then this one bolts through the inside, and then there's the one that's right in the middle. Kind of a pain in the ass. And then 7 more fasteners, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more fasteners, and then you can pull your heater core out. Just simple, just plump, plump, new one in. So I hope that this video explained in a way how I did this heater core. It's a pain in the butt job, and this is why shops charge you probably on this one $600, $700, $800 to replace a $50 heater core, because you're messing with your HVAC is just a nightmare because of the air conditioning and yeah, air conditioning. Air conditioning is a big thing, because now you're gonna have to get the air conditioner recharged. There's probably really nothing wrong with this air conditioning. Maybe it was a little low, or maybe one of the switches wasn't working right, or maybe his pump's just screwed. So who knows? But I think we're going to end the video here. I'm thinking now, I got way too much lighting here in the garage, and now it's kind of messing everything up, but whatever. The video is what it is, so I don't know much more to say, but, comment, rate, subscribe, and, yeah. So, later on, I guess, and catch you on the flip side.